Lay. Sir. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night.
Hey you guys, it's JP here, and I wanted to introduce you guys to a new series I'm going to start doing called Cooking with Chef J. I'm free with my recipes, my ideas, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Check me out. To Cooking with Jay, and today I am cooking beef stew. But already I got the beef stew cooking. I'm currently cutting my pieces into smaller pieces because, as you all know, times are hard, and we're gonna stretch that meat, and then we finna get over here now to this good old pot of the vegetables that's boiling. I have my broth on. It's on a low simmer, if you can see right there. It's on low, baby. And I'm gonna turn it down lower, cause see, when you make it a beef stew, you really want everything to season, marinate real good while it's cooking. You know, I have bay leaves in this. I have carrots, whole potatoes, diced potatoes. I also have corn. We also have lima beans. But it basically was a can of veg all, 2 cans of whole potatoes, and of course a carton of beef stock, and a package of Posca Kibasca. Then we also gonna have a package of beef stew meat. And if you can't get your beef stew meat, you can also just buy steak, cook your steak, cut your steak up in little pieces, and basically put it in your stew pan. I already had I poured a little bit of beef broth in there, just to also, while that's boiling off, and if it's gonna boil, all of that stock is gonna go ahead and boil off. It's gonna evaporate, and then the beef at that time will be ready to sear. And once I get that first level sear on it, I'm gonna take all this beef and put it in the skillet, which is gonna also thicken up my broth. But I'm gonna put the cornstarch. So at this point, I have all my meat cut up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning. Cook slowly. I want it to get tender, and I'll with a little bit of Lowry season salt. We're gonna go in here with some Montreal steak mix, garlic powder, just a little bit, because see, medium. I'm gonna put a little bit of cornstarch on here, just a little bit, because I want that same broth that the meat is cooking in right now, that is making and formulating right now as we speak, to mix, and it's gonna thicken, and it's gonna add with that cornstarch. That way, when I pull it over and pour it into the stew mix, we're gonna basically have it being a stew, not a soup. You never want your stew to be a soup. You want it to have thickness and the layers, and your layers are gonna be your meats, your vegetables, and your love that you put into creating it. You know. And at this point in time, I gotta let the cooking do its thing. I'm gonna rotate this around one more time, and I'm gonna come back in about 2 minutes. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of butter, and you choose whatever butter you want. And how I've been doing this shit since I was 10. Yeah. But I thank God for every person in my family that showed me certain things when I was learning how to cook. They didn't know I was learning, but I was watching. You know, something that you're gonna not, how do you say, be hungry later? Yeah. So, that's me. And it's always cooked with love, you know what I mean? Bring it back in here. Now you see at this point, my steak, my fluid is evaporating. It's evaporating as we speak. So at this point, I just want to stir my meat up real quick, because this is when the sear gonna come on in a little bit more for me, that I want this meat to have. Blend these pieces out more. And because I'm getting there right here, I'm gonna come in with a little bit of cornstarch. I'm gonna let this sit on there, then I'm gonna whirl it around real quick. I'm gonna roll it around on low. And now I'm just gonna whirl it around till my pieces get a little bit of the brown that I want. I want a little brown, you know? I want a little brown on my quick little meal. I bought all this shit from Aldi. Aldi is your store. Right now when inflation and everything is high and you go in the grocery store and want to walk back out that motherfucker, just know. Stop in the Aldi. Stop in your Aldi. Outrageous. Price food done got so damn outrageous, I feel we need to start planting and gardening our own shit again. You know, maybe buy a cow, a damn few chicken. Store. And you got a section that say organic in a whole grocery store full of food. That's your sign that we are living in the wrong. So everything else, if it don't say organic, what you mean? I'm eating. What am I eating? You're eating poison. Eating poison. Cooking with Jay. But it's called our cafe though, y'all. It's our cafe. And I could be more fancy if I wanted to, but right now, I just want to cook something home style, savory, and from the heart that I know in October, approach, especially October, happy Halloween everyone, is the perfect time to start making dishes like this beef stew. Next, we need to go ahead and make you a chili, go make you a homemade chicken noodle soup. Because baby, it's gonna save you dollars and it's gonna feed a family of 4. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Guys, at this point, I'm finna throw this meat. It's done finally got brown like I want. And I won't. You know what I'm saying? Can you see it? Now we're finna dump this straight into the pot. Can we see it go into the hot and ready? Hey bitch, it ain't Little Caesar. It's Big C. If your shit ain't thick, it's soup, bitch. And you don't do no stew. Do a soup. Do broccoli and cheddar. But now for the can I get my camera on there right? Hold on. Let me move back. There we go. I'm finna stir this up. Real lovely like, you know, I'm finna go this way. So see in there. It's not spinach, but greens. And I like my, I started finding out that beef stew would look just greens for that pot. And it also adds to making your stew thicker too. You know what I'm saying? But look what I got so far, y'all. Look what I got. Look what I got. Well, welcome to a Jet 2 holiday. So we got the Texas toe from the Kroger. So this was already bought. But everything else I bought for this dish came from the Aldi. And that's why I tell you, you need to go shop at Aldi, save a little bit more money. Nothing beats feeding a family of 5 or 6 or 8 of you motherfuckers than a store that ain't motherfucking ripping your ass off over some shit that's processed anyway. But see how I got that right there? You see how that is? I had the pot like that. So the last few minutes of simmering this motherfucker, I wanted the pot like that. But the whole other time it was closed down. But look at me stirring this. Look at this. Look at this shit. I got a piece with everything in that motherfucker. That bitch got a sausage, a carrot, some green, potato, a piece of beef. Look at the beef on that motherfucker. Look at the beef on that bitch. This shit is red and piping hot. But look at this. Watch it on the low. It's going to thicken up a little bit more. All it needs is 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes and it's done. Because at that point, the rest of what I need, because look at it. I'm stirring it now. I'm stirring it now. And look at how it's flipping. Do you see too much water? We gotta eat. And we're gonna do what we gotta do. And I feel like, let's have fun in the kitchen. Let's have fun in the kitchen. And thanks for watching. And you are watching Art Cafe and Chef Jay.
Get ready for a spine-chilling showdown like no other.
This is terrifying.
The only competition where the world's most talented cake and sugar artists join elite pumpkin carvers. and push themselves to the breaking point
What was that noise? No.
to create devilishly delicious masterpieces.
This dessert will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Season premiere, Halloween Wars, Sunday at 9. See it first on Food Network. Stream next day on HBO Max.
So here we are, you guys. This is what makes all the time worthwhile. And we gotta finish. After all the hard work, there's only one thing left to do. So let's do it. And see, when I'm getting this here, let me zoom back. When I'm getting this here, I want my first bite to have everything. I want carrot, I want beef, I want, and I'm finna hit this. I'm talking about, I'm hungry in the motherfucker. I'm gonna work the motherfucking work. And I'm not just eating this shit like this, cause I cooked it. It's really cause this shit like good in the mother. You know what I'm talking about? So try this recipe. Enjoy this shit. You know what I'm saying? I need a little bit more of that right there. Oh my God. If you could imagine the explosion that's going on in my mouth right now. For a good old beef stew, early in the fall, some garlic bread. Everybody eating good. You hear what I'm talking about? But no lie, try this beef stew recipe. Try that beef stew recipe, and I promise you, you can thank me later. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.
My nails had new perfume. Hate it when you have